Good morning, everybody. We are headed to the movies, and we've got our homemade brewed coffee without creamer.
Tired?
Tired. Extremely tired. Let's go.
Oh, hi. Sorry, we just saw a deer. And we're gonna go see Lion King, so how cool is that?
And it wasn't just walking, it was bolting, man.
I don't want to Pride Rock.
Yeah, most likely.
It's like, sorry, I'm running late.
It's a little late and a little far, but it's gonna make it. We're keeping count.
Alright. We got Chick-fil-A. So you can have how many?
4.
Okay, give us all of them. Okay.
Give me what you got, please. Well, the day has arrived, and I absolutely cannot believe it that today the Lion King, for us, is our premiere, our MaJeliv premiere. Obviously, we've been hearing all the buzz online of everything that has struck everyone and impacted them. Some people loved one more than the other. I saw that response on Twitter going back and forth, different people saying different things. I have expectations. Of course I do. I think it's hard not to have expectations on this movie because the animated film was my favorite animated film. I mean, it probably still is. I really, when you just ask me the question, what's your favorite animated film? That's the first one that always pops into my head without even trying. It's just a part of who I am. It's a part of my life. It was a big moment in my life as a kid, and it should be something that makes its own mark while bringing homage to the original. I will talk a little bit more about how this movie affects me as a father. When I was a kid, it affected me deeply as a kid growing up without his dad. So I really identified with Simba in that moment of losing his pops. So I'm sure it'll be an emotional ride. I'm sure no matter what, this is going to be an experience. I'm extremely excited about everything that we're about to experience. So let's just go get to it.
I am the one with the watch.
I am the one, the only one.
Danger
Sorry, I had a feeling I wanted to say that so bad, so.
Hey.
I'm so excited.
Okay. Man. From the opening sequence, the Circle of Life song, I was wondering from walking in if they were gonna do the Rising of the Sun. Thank you, honey. And they did. But here's the overall feel of the movie is that it was the music from the very beginning. Hans Zimmer, we all identify your music, all 5 of us, and from the moment that sun rose and the music struck up, John Favreau, you are a genius, and you honored every bit of it. Frame by frame, you honored it in every possible way, and you added layers of story and character that were marvelous to witness. The voice acting was absolutely gorgeous and so well layered. For me, it was great all across the board. The visuals were different because I didn't expect to feel much from the expressions of the lions because they're lions. And that was something it felt more real than in the cartoon. I remember things from the cartoon, from the animated feature, that I didn't like as a kid because there were gaps in the story. They were weird emotional gaps that I didn't understand as a kid. And as a grown-up now watching this, I see that there were moments that needed to be filled. The little disconnects of why Scar was so accepted when he was clearly so sinister in the animated feature. Here you get the sense of we don't really trust Scar. Nobody really does. And there's an understanding of the rules of the wilderness, of the wild. There's rules to be adhered to in nature. And I love the message that Mufasa had for his son. It's just all so layered into a certain reality that made it more acceptable, if you will. So all in all, this movie exceeded expectations. I think it exists on its own apart from the animated film. I'll say something quick as a dad, how it struck me. When I watched it as a kid, I watched it and I was growing up without my dad and it was tough, but I was able to identify with father aspect of it and also to feel the importance of legacy and understanding what it means to be a true leader and a true king, what a father should be passing on to his son. So all of that is there, and it was a lot more poignant. It was a lot more powerful to hear as a dad. So I just want to pass it on to the family. It was a great film. Get out and see it. Support this movie. We need messages like this. Something else that jumped out at me is the beauty of our planet, the beauty of nature. And Mufasa said it best. We are put here to protect it, to do something good for it. It doesn't belong to us. We're meant to protect it. I love that aspect. That layer that needs to be there applies to mankind and all of nature, really. So anyway, that's me. I absolutely loved it. I'm gonna pass this on to the family.
So I loved the movie. It was so good. The visual effects and everything. It was just super cool. And I liked it because a lot of things from the cartoon, it was almost like very cartoony, so I liked how they transitioned some things to make it look like in real life.
I loved the amount of detail and attention. Jon Favreau is amazing. Everyone who worked on this, the whole movie, I was wondering, how did they pull this off?
Yeah.
Simba walking on the sand and every footprint like imprinted there. Yeah. The movement of the ants, the birds making a nest, every muscle in the animal's body as they're chewing their food. The love and attention, like my hubby said, Jon Favreau definitely poured his heart out. Really honor this story. The music was the same in a lot of parts, but then they also added their own twist to it, so it allowed you to reminisce on those old songs, but then at the same time they added their own little flavor to it.
The music
which
was
I loved.
so magical.
And Nala, beautiful vocals, but I mean the younger Nala, like as well.
Younger,
like Beyoncé, of course, I knew that was Beyoncé, and Beyoncé, you know, we all know your voice is
The queen.
You're the queen.
but the child Nala, who are you? And wow, what an amazing voice. Shahadi, I'm sorry if I'm saying the name wrong.
Shahadi, right, Joseph.
Shahadi, beautiful job. Your voice is amazing. Beautiful, beautiful. I think everyone honored the characters of the original with, I mean, the very best.
And also talking about characters, Timon and Pumbaa.
Yes.
Were so funny.
There's just so much to say. I think I'm going to be reflecting on this for like days because they take forever. But this is one of my ultimate favorite, Disney movies of all time, animated, and now, this one is just did it so much justice.
It's so cool because
awesome.
both movies are just so unique. So there's not like one is better than the other. It's just so brilliant.
Okay, you first. No, you go. You start.
Okay.
And I'll add on. I'll finish it off. Yeah.
So the beginning, like my dad was saying, it was so incredible. I got goosebumps. It was just I just blown away from Jon Favreau's work in Jungle Book. I had no doubt that this movie that it wouldn't have a flaw in the creation of these animals, and it was so genius, so well done. The lion showed so much emotion.
I think going into this movie, with this new movie, we were just given another chance to experience that same story, just in a new, different way. And I think with this movie, what the most fascinating for me was seeing these animals. I think the power of the voice acting and the music really brought these animals to life. And just like Josh said, in the first song, in The Circle of Life, like I was getting teary-eyed and emotional. I didn't even know why.
I found myself getting like. I know the stampede part was a sad moment in the movie, the saddest moment. I found myself like getting goosebumps because it was so amazing seeing this cub running away from the creatures and how realistic it looked. Like it was insane. And I loved the certain changes that they made in the movie.
The different versions had their own unique things, and it worked for that kind of for that version of the story. Whereas in the cartoon, it wouldn't have worked, and vice versa. It's just they kind of go in hand with the other. But yeah, man. It's definitely an emotional roller coaster. If this movie means anything to you, this movie will, you'll leave just a better person, so refreshed and inspired. And yeah, man, you just love the story even more. Yeah, just go check it out. Go watch the movie. Maybe bring a box of tissues if you're super emotional.
I am not an emotional person, but I found myself crying when Mufasa died because that's always sad. We were watching the original at our house, And even then, I got emotional, but just seeing it in real life was a whole other level.
Yeah, they killed it. And
Yeah, man.
like my mom was saying that every single little detail is beyond. They just floored it completely. And I would not be surprised if there's some kind of Oscar nomination, because stuff like that I have never seen been done before. Jungle Book was amazing, but there were
Yes.
so many moments where, like my dad said, you were watching a National Geographic documentary, just straight up. No cap, man. It was insane.
Go see it.
Go watch it, man, and let us know what you guys think.
Thank you for checking out our channel.
Yeah, if you guys are new, welcome to the family. We're a family to subsidy creative and fun stuff together. We do movies, just anything that inspires and creates us and others that we want to reach out to. And yeah, guys, just like this video down below, comment down below, let us know what you guys thought, get involved. We love the support, and it helps us make more videos for you guys. And just hit the notification bell so you guys get more videos and more fun stuff coming your way. And yeah, guys, just, man, this movie is a lot to reflect on, like my mom said, and we'll be thinking about this movie for a while. And it's just so fascinating, and this is why we love acting. This is why we love movies. It's to see how these voice actors, this motion capture, all these people come together to tell their story and to impact other people, and to impact people the way we're feeling right now.
Have a
See
match
you
of the
in
day.
next one.
And we can all learn something from Scar. That when he took over the Pride Lands, he basically let the hyenas go out to kill the animals, and he let the trees die, and he was just not being a good leader. So I think a current leader that is leading our country right now might need to learn something from Scar. I think all of us do. And just care for our planet more, you know? Because I know that Simba is ruling these Pride Lands, but we should, all of us, share it equally. And I feel that we should all care for this planet and not be a Scar and just be a Mufasa and a Simba.
Drop the mic.